Hey,
Hi.
everybody!
And welcome to our very first live Wake and Bake session.
This is insane. We do this every day, but we just don't film it because we're like, oh, we don't have to do a show till like 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. And so now we've decided
Let's do a second show.
Let's do a second
in the
show
morning.
in the mini one.
And do a micro. A micro dose. Well,
yeah,
no, micro show.
A micro
Sorry,
show.
I misspoke.
Yeah, a micro dose. Yeah, we'll still smoke.
As much as I would like to do that.
As you can see, our little munchies in the background.
Yeah, Liz has got her coffee.
Yeah, I have coffee.
I
I'm a
have my-
coffee drinker.
My orange juice mixed with mango juice.
Cheers.
Which is super decadent.
Ching.
I feel like so much privilege at the moment, but
I love coffee.
it's delicious.
I've been
I'm gonna put it
drinking
over
it
here.
since honestly since I was a kid, and I just love how it tastes. I drink my coffee black.
6 years old.
Yeah, seriously, I've been drinking coffee since I've been that little.
I just got to get into the donuts.
Yeah, you should show people where it's from. So shout out to Apple Fritter over here on 9 Mile in Ferndale. They have super good donuts.
Best in Detroit.
Yeah.
3 years running.
Whoop, whoop. And the lady who helped me, her name was Shauna, and she was amazing, and she was awesome. But seriously, these donuts are really, really good, and they're perfect to have when you're really stoned or whatnot. So we figured we'd do something a little special for our first Wake and Bake, having some donuts. I mean, you gotta show them too. Like, look at.
No, you don't get to see.
These are our donuts. Get your own.
So wait, you picked them out, so you know I see that bacon maple in there though.
Yeah.
I see that bacon maple.
Well,
I ain't going anywhere near it.
I got a plain nutty, a maple bagel.
You know me so well. I'm gonna go for that nutty.
That was the one that I knew that you would like. I got like a coconut Samoa one.
Samoa.
There's like a chocolate glazed one. There's a custard one.
Oh yeah. Which one did you want?
There's a cinnamon one. I want the coconut.
With the coconut one? All right, get your plate ready. It's coming at you. Oh, I'm falling. Coconut be falling.
Look at this coconut donut, you guys.
My goodness.
Look at this.
Look at it. Be
this
jealous.
Is amazing.
Hurry up and be jealous. Now that's just the start of our treats for our Wake and Bake session.
You
what
know,
else
we
we
haven't
got
even
today?
started the
Oh,
bake
it just
part.
like smashed right into that donut.
Oh!
I destroyed it with the box. Whoops. Oh well.
Well,
That's okay.
we got a vape, and we also have our bong, and we have the higher consciousness bundle. So actually, I don't know if you want to. I'm just gonna bless the space real quick.
Real quick. Super
so this
quick.
is my
micro
higher consciousness bundle.
We're doing micro blessing.
Yeah, micro blessing.
There you go.
And a micro cleanse. But this is my higher consciousness bundle, which you can get at meaningfuldream.com. I make these to cleanse the room and also replenish energy in the room as well. And this was inspired by this show.
Yeah.
So may we get in a higher consciousness mode. May we elevate our minds and our hearts and our senses and our
Best the space
perspectives.
with your bundles. I'm gonna bless my body with this delicious donut.
Okay.
Imagine me blessed with delicious donuts and glazed treats.
Beautiful. So it's a nice little mini blessing.
Oh my god, it's so fresh and
I
delicious.
know. It's like these are like prime donuts.
We just
like,
went and
we
picked them
just got them
like a second ago.
today.
God damn, we're so good. All right,
So-
can't eat it all at the same time.
All right. Do you want to do the blessing real quick, and then we'll
Real
jump
quick.
into the show?
All right, God, a small girl. I haven't
Alright.
smoked all day.
I haven't
It's a
smoked
wake
all
and
day.
bake.
I haven't even eaten my donut and coffee.
You're hilarious.
The look into our lives, you guys. All right. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Ready?
I can't do it when you do that.
All right, continue.
Okay. I'm going to bless this donut too. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bless you, Mary Jane and Donut. And thank you for being here with us today. May we have a dope Wake and Bake mini micro session. And may whatever we come out with and speak about open the hearts and the minds and the souls of those who are listening or watching. Bless you and thank you. Yay! Here, you can get started because I would like to have this donut.
Thank you. Yes, enjoy your donut while I partake.
Well, I'm not going to eat all the donut.
Yeah, just smash it into your mouth.
I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but
maybe one of these special wake and bakes. I'll do that for you guys because I'm prone to do that.
You are prone to just shove things in your mouth.
We just got those puppy Cheetos for our 420 special, and I've been eating them after dinner and stuff because I don't want to start on the Cheetos and the Funyuns too early in the night. I almost use it as like a dessert. So I'm like eating these Cheetos, and I don't, they're big ass Cheetos, man.
I'm just gonna lounge on you.
What else is new?
This is like real life. Right?
Real life. So anyway, I put these giant fucking Cheeto puffs in my mouth, and I just always think to myself like, wow, this is a big bite. I don't know why I keep doing this, but it's like an inner kid in me or something that just wants to just smash
gets so excited and just wants
into your
to eat
face.
it.
Yeah. So I was trying to like wait till you ate your donut, and then after you're done eating your donut, then I can hit. So you can talk, so there's no dead air. Because this is a show after all. We aren't just hanging out.
That's true.
But,
so what did you want to talk about? So as you're lighting this, we had a couple ideas. It's so funny because it's so Dave and I. Yeah, last night we were like, so what are we going to talk about in the show? We planned this out. And we haven't actually conceptualized what we wanted to discuss in the show until the night before. And even moments before. We're like, what do you want to talk about? We're like, I don't know. Let's just see what comes up. So, how are you feeling this morning?
Well,
or I should say this afternoon.
Yeah, morning-ish.
This is our morning.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. Had a long day yesterday. We were recovering from our 420 special on Tuesday.
I was fine.
Dude, I didn't have any dabs.
You didn't have any dabs.
I had like 3 dabs that night. And I remember we were just chilling after the 420 special. Yeah, are we still alive? Yeah, we blanked out there for a second because Liz had to answer the phone call.
I was trying not to. I was trying to not answer it, and it made me answer it anyway.
This is such a perfect wake and bake so far. Appreciate this. Anyway, what was I talking about?
We were talking about how you were doing a bunch of dabs.
Yeah, we were doing a bunch of dabs. So, yeah, after the wake and bake special, we did more dabs. And then the guys took off. Yeah, the guys took off. And then I was just sitting there. This was fiddling around on our computer. I was just sitting there just staring off into space, just thinking to myself, holy shit, I don't think I've been this high in years. Like, years. I don't even know the last time I was that high. Like, I've taken edibles, and I felt, like, crazy high, and I've had to pass out. Mm-hmm. But, like, this was a whole nother level of head high.
Well, dabs are a totally different ball game.
I felt like I quite literally started smoking for the first time again.
As you're talking, I'm smoking.
But yeah, it was crazy. It was, and then the next day I felt groggy and kind of hungover a little, but that was, I think, just too much. At least for me, I hit my limit. I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. I almost started smoking again. I was like, nah.
See,
I shouldn't waste it.
I've done a couple of dabs, and I was with Devin. But the first time I did a dab, I did it too much, and I was at bed.
I was at bed.
I was at bed. Yeah.
Damn, I went at bed.
I went to bed at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock
that night, which is very unusual for me. Getting me to go to bed is like a challenge sometimes, but sometimes it's not. I like to stay up late.
It's both a challenge to get you in and out of bed.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I know why.
It should be one or the other.
No.
Not like, get up, Liz. Liz, go to sleep. You are like a child in that way, I will say.
Well,
because I was like that.
I think I have FOMO, fear of missing out, which is why I stay up late. And then I also love the bed at the same time. There's just two extremes to me, I guess. But yeah, you have a higher tolerance, and we talked about that on 420 about
I do have a higher tolerance.
Our tolerances. I've only been smoking going on 3 years, and you've been going on
13, baby.
That's so long.
Add 10 to that. I was like, I can't throw out 13 fingers, so I was like, here's 3, add 10.
Add 10.
There you go. It makes kind of sense. Man, this orange juice mango juice combo is, I freaking love it.
I love smoking
delicious.
With coffee. It is like one of those things.
I used to smoke coffee all the time.
You used to smoke coffee?
Yes, I used to smoke coffee.
That would be interesting.
All the time.
You smoked coffee?
I put the grounds into the bowl, torched the shit out of it.
Oh my god, that would probably hurt.
It would be awful.
Uh-huh.
But I used to drink coffee and smoke all the time. And I remember what that feeling is like.
It's like, it's such a it's
great.
like, it has like, I don't know, it's a very good compliment. Yeah. I also feel 100%. Very fancy and bougie a little bit, not gonna lie. I mean, I feel kind of fancy and bougie here.
Fancy
we
and
have
bougie
we got this fancy donut, we got some great green, we got some good coffee, we had some like good company.
I like how we keep changing locations in our house for this shows.
Yeah.
Like
that
you guys
be
haven't quite. I mean, I think you haven't seen this part of this corner of the house yet before.
No, this is a new
We've
part.
Recorded here before, but we've never filmed.
This could be our wake and bake session area.
This is our wake and bake couch.
Oh my god, we have
second couch.
Now we have 3 different spots that we film at.
Oh no, I can't. I thought I was gonna be able to pull a piece off and drag it over here, but peanuts. Peanut shrapnel. It's everywhere.
So I want to talk about, since this is our first Wake and Bake episode.
First Wake and Bake.
And we're already like halfway through the show.
We are officially halfway through, actually, 15 minutes.
Wow. What are the benefits of waking and baking for people who are like, why would you wake and bake? Or why is a wake and bake even like a thing? And, you know, so I know.
Wake and bake's not necessarily for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody.
However, as I talk with a mouthful of donuts, I find that wake and bake for me, it just in ways, and depending on strain too, you know, I think it wakes you up, you know, in ways. Certain people have the opposite effect where you start to feel like you want to go back to sleep. Well, that's if you're, I think, smoking.
But I think that's also
like a crazy indica. You know, if you're smoking crazy indica in the morning, probably not such a best idea.
Devin would know the more particular terps.
Yeah, we'll have to get Devin back on here.
Yeah, we'll have to do a Devin wake and bake.
Tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Devin's gonna be on tonight. Yeah, because today's Thursday.
My brain is like Thursday in the future. Oh wait, it's today.
Our full episode, part 2 of Bud Tending with Devin, is going to be premiering tonight at 8 o'clock on YouTube and on any podcast.
It's funny because I was thinking it's the 3rd of our 420 special episode block, but today is actually another kind of episode. So it's like we've had 3.5 episodes to celebrate 420 this year.
Hell yeah, so, from going to like never really celebrating it to going to 3.
Just going, yeah.
Just go hard with it, right? So, no, but like you said, it's like it wakes you up. I know for me, I like waking and baking. It's become like a part of like a routine. It definitely helps me get more, I feel a little bit less anxious because sometimes when I wake up, I think about all of the things that I have to do and all of the things I need to accomplish. And I can get like really, really overwhelmed about it. And the wake and bake is nice because 1, I love coffee and like I swear coffee is like my blood. And coffee is not something that I should love as much as I do, but I can't help but I do. I only stick to 1 cup, you know, because I know I could drink more. So that's why I like pairing it with the weed because it helps me, I think, get
although it does
kind of
depend on the size of the cup. You have different sizes.
Yeah, I do have different sizes of cups. But it does help me get grounded. It does help me chill out. It also, I use a lot of it in my spiritual work too to connect, especially when we do our meditations. Like I love having like a good smoke and then doing like a little meditation and then doing my divination and stuff because the connection to consciousness and higher realms of consciousness have been opened more. And so I like having that start. And I think somebody who prefers, like I can definitely go fast, but I think when I have my day get started, I've had so many years of being rushed and just like waking up and immediately going into doing something. And this kind of helps me.
I mean, that's how
I like pace. Yeah, this makes me pace myself and my body. It makes me really pay more attention to, my body. And also make sure, because sometimes when I get up in the morning, it takes like at least 2 hours for me to want to eat.
True story.
It is true story. And smoking makes it to where I can eat and I don't have to wait for those 2 hours because I think I just wake up with all that stress and anxiety and it prevents me from being able to eat, even though my body is telling me I'm hungry.
Right.
You know, so it does kind of help that. And it also, you know, as like Devin was talking about in 420, Mary Jane is really good about making those anxieties like come up, and so you can be aware of it and you can work through it.
Sure.
But every day, you know, comes with new things, and there's certain things that we're all working through and going through, but I just know for me, my mind is always like so it kind of helps like ground it a little bit and like help these like like, I mean, my mind still is always going to be going, it's never going to stop, but it makes it to where I can like, okay, I know how I want to start my day now. I know how, like, what I need to do.
Well,
like, I
focus
can kind
a little,
of focus
you know,
more.
I think a lot of us, especially creative people, we tend to have a lot of different thoughts going on at the same time, and it's difficult to focus. So it's when you have many tasks on your. Oh no! You're the one in charge of that. You got all the stuff over there. I got nothing.
Do you want another one, or do you want to just vape?
Well, I guess we can just vape.
Why are you being so grumpy cat about it?
I'm not a huge fan of the vaping, honestly. Like,
yeah?
I much prefer just smoking. I don't know. I think. Maybe...
Do you want the flower? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want it. You have to ask. Hey, if you.
Not a huge.
That's
one.
a part
just
of
a baby
like
one.
living
It's
your
a wake
life.
and bake, so we can't go too big.
Because
Because that's another part of the wake and bake you got to watch out for.
Yeah, because you can go too hard.
You can go too hard too early, and it just
the
then your head's gonna be like, ooh. You might have to.
Oh, I have the stem.
Go grab something. But yeah, for me, I like waking and baking because of the same idea.
It's like you.
What?
It made me think of I like waking and baking because it's like when you're a kid and you get asked a question and you just like say the question again and then write because
they teach you that in school. You gotta
I know.
Write a proper sentence.
That's what it made me think of when you said I like waking and baking because
I have it ingrained in my brain. Thank you, 4th grade, 5th grade teachers. Anyway, so I like it for similar reasons because it helps me focus. It helps me to reduce my anxiety that I feel as soon as I wake up out of bed. I think it's a unique thing to. I'm more of the last several generations. I wouldn't say like the older generation is as familiar with the constant barrage of anxiety that a lot of people feel every day.
Yeah, I think the world that we live in right now is way more anxious.
If I think about it in the sense that like we are actually quite literally vibrating at a higher frequency because our consciousness is at a different higher level than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, our brains, our bodies, our essences here energetically are vibrating faster. So because of that, everything is processed faster. There are more things that can be processed faster. And I think it actually causes a slight dissonance within the human body in order to catch up with that energetic field. And that is anxiety. At least that's what I feel it is.
And I feel like that's why these kids that we're having come in nowadays, they're coming from higher realms and higher frequencies. And it's like no wonder why they're stressed the fuck out because they're coming from places that aren't totally familiar and congruent with Earth yet.
Got 7 minutes.
Shit. Well, here you go, baby.
I'm trying to be a tight half hour here so that we're not turning this into a full episode.
This goes like so fast. Wait, I need more of my donut. Okay, so I love that we discussed a little bit about, why we wake and bake and what the importance is. And I like that we even talked a little bit about this idea of like anxiety and how these generations are being born with different kind of anxieties. And
like straight up ash at first when I looked at it. I was like, what just happened? Did I just go to a time loop? Did we just smoke this whole bowl after you just packed it? F.
I mean,
no, it's green.
Well, one of the things that I've been thinking about too, about how these generations are coming in more sensitive and coming in with this ability to process, I think it's so parallel with technology. Wow, what a hit. Damn, babe. You made a hole in that one. Wow, look at this. This is a life. Bong in one hand, coffee in another.
Bon appetit.
And a donut in my
bon
lap.
Appetit.
I'm very pleased.
Love it.
Yes.
Not sponsored. I just thought, I was like, well, that's a show. Somebody probably owns that show. The rights to it. I probably should clarify that.
Yes.
But anyway.
But I was saying, I think technology has a big part of why we're able to process things faster because, we're growing up with it. We're becoming more
integrated with it.
Yeah, with the thing that you told me this morning.
I just saw this ad for like
it's coming.
New like CPAP technology where they literally implant a device inside your body and it's compared to a remote control where you turn it on at night and it like helps open up your airways and supply you with proper oxygen. It's like,
and it's just this little thing that sits in your body, and it's a machine.
So we're literally putting things inside of our bodies that are connected to remote controls, and we can control them ourselves. And like, then I think the next ad after that was like something that helps you to get inside of your best like optimum sleep range, like a little head ring thing that you put on, and it emits like these like delta waves or beta waves or whatever the hell it is. That like puts your brain into the proper like sleep like cycle. I was like, okay, we're starting to get into the next level here. Yeah, the technology upgrade is coming, and it's going to be coming fast.
Oh yeah, this is the time. It's going to be coming like
inside of them.
It's it's going to be
ultra carbon style.
Yeah, it's going to definitely become something like that. I hope it's not going to be that gritty. And that dark, because in that show it's kind of, I would say, gritty and dark for some things. But I hope that, I know it's gonna be it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I think there's obviously gonna be a balance. There's always a paradox to things.
Oh, absolutely.
But it makes sense though, because if we think about it, metal is a part of the earth. Like copper comes from the earth. It's natural. Gold and silver. So. It is kind of an interesting thought. I've been thinking about this. It's like, there's a lot of things that would say it's unnatural, unhumane to put these like metal things in you. Well, it does come from the earth, right? But at the same time, there I think is a boundary and a borderline when it does, I think, cross a certain line. And it's going to be interesting to see how consciousness is going to expand because of these.
But I was going to say, that's your perspective, because there's a lot of people out there that would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and I'm not against it. Right. I don't think it's just an interesting thought to think about. Like, is it a natural thing or is it not? But it kind of is in a way, because metal does come from the earth. But that, I think, there's where people feel like uncomfortable. There's like a natural line. I think we're gonna.
Well, the body's gonna, I would imagine, start like having to be challenged and integrating with these things.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, we already have. We already have.
Too.
I mean, I have like a plastic device inside of my body that's attached to my brain. Mm-hmm. That quite literally has been inside of my body since I was an 18-month-old little baby. I mean,
and if that weren't there, you wouldn't be alive.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's decades ago, and the body, my body, just accepted it, and it's just in there, and it's been in there without problem for 35 years.
Body is so amazing.
And the thing about it is, it's going to be in my body probably to the day I die, or if there's a technology in the future where they can remove it safely. But the thing is I see that there's all kinds of other technologies, like pacemakers and other kinds of like
many. It's gonna help us advance.
Right, but I mean the things that we're gonna be able to implant that will advance and enhance our capabilities, like enhancing our senses, enhancing our sight, enhancing our hearing, enhancing like the superhuman aspect.
It's going to be a thing. It already is a thing, but it's gonna be more of a, I think, will be more accepted because it's like a more logical way
2-minute countdown.
So
2-minute countdown.
It's interesting. I'm like very curious to see how things are gonna unfold, because there's good and bad, and it definitely makes me kind of think about how I would feel, if I were in a life and death situation and I knew a piece of metal and some kind of technology could help me. Yeah, I probably would.
Like a cyborg from DC Comics type situation where it's like he's badly hurt in an auto accident, but he's like rebuilt into this like half robot, half man kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I would, if that meant that life could go on.
Yeah.
But then I think my only hesitancy would be about am I the only one that has access to this? Or am I giving a part of me? And I think that's a lot of people's hesitation.
Like,
well, what is the longevity of it, and am I giving somebody else control?
True,
and I think that's like for me, that would be like the hardest one for me kind of like really.
I would be very concerned about the impact in my, mortality, because honestly, like, I don't want to live forever. Like, I think
death is a gift.
Death is, in a way, a gift, because you're transitioning into a new being. You're leaving this being behind, identity. Because I believe you're going to go on to explore much grander things. But
you have a nut in your beard.
I do, and that's a great way to end the show. Is that Dave catches nuts in his beard when he's eating nutty donuts.
Wow.
I don't even know where that went. Did you pick it up?
I picked it up and I put it on my plate.
Good. That's why I have you around, babe, so you make me look good on camera.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you so much for watching.
Our little first Wake and Bake episode.
Are we really cutting it off like
we have to, babe. It's 12:30. Yeah, it's 12:30.
We were right in the middle of a thought.
No, we weren't. I thought we wrapped it up pretty well.
Weren't you until I interrupted you
about
your nut? Okay.
No.
About your nut?
Yeah, about my nut. We're fine. It's all good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, we're fine.
So,
okay.
Later tonight.
Yeah, later tonight at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, as always. We're going to have a brand new episode of Higher Consciousness on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts.
And it'll be part 2 of Bud Tending with Devin, who we had with us on
our last
420
episode of the 420 extravaganza.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there was a point where I was like, okay, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm just going to enjoy.
Way too high.
Yeah, well, Liz was just very quiet, and I was just like watching and like didn't have much to say. Like, I just get to certain points where I get super high. I just want to like observe. It's like a science part of me turns on, and that's like when like the universe, stuff and Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. None of these shows are sponsored. All of those kind of shows start to be like, yes, fill me with all this information. Like that's what I like to do. So anyway, have a great and lovely rest of your day.
And tune in next week for another Wake and Bake.
Yeah, tune in next week for another Wake and Bake, and then tune in tonight for the full episode of Higher Consciousness. And look, we're still on time because we started a little bit late. So Yeah, so you're trying to rush me.
All right, well, I'm going to finish my donut then, so I'll be perfectly in timing with this. Ow! That was my jaw clicking. Holy crap. Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Have a good day.